Alright, we're back. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Gotta get that good morning stretch in. Whew! And today's our last day for at least about a day or so, about 24 hours, because there will be a 24-hour maintenance happening starting at 3 in the morning tonight. So technically tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. for the whole 4th of July. So, obviously, I'll be taking tomorrow off, because can't log in, can't do shit. See how far we can get today, though, right? Should obviously at least be able to finish the trial series in some of MSQ. How far we'll get into MSQ? I don't know. We'll see. 5.3 took 8 hours. Well, 7.5 hours. When I went back to look at the stream, I was like, holy shit. But that was, again, probably because, you know, massive content drought between 5.2 and 5.3 thanks to the pandemic means they probably embellished on 5.3 to try and keep people entertained for a long time. Get them to come back for something worthwhile. Humongous chunk of MSQ. That's my theory. Okay. But who knows? Maybe 5.4 and 5.5 are just as long as 5.3. At least there's no more trials in MSQ for 5.4 and 5.5 though, so we won't have to be sitting in queue for anything. Alright, let's pick up where we left off. The Blood of Emerald. Ah, it's good to see you, Leon. What's up, dude? I'm pleased to report that Master Garland and the others uncovered a fair bit of useful information at the Imperial facility in Turncliffe. In fact, he'd like you to rendezvous with Gaius in the town square, where he'll reveal what they found. Once you're ready to depart, your escort will lead the way. Alright, sounds good. All set for the journey ahead? Sure. Seems that Sid is not in the habit of saying the same thing twice, which must be why he has been waiting for you to arrive before revealing the results of his investigation. Okay. Though the Imperials may be gone, the scars they have left on this once peaceful town will doubtless take many years to heal. I don't doubt it. This is a beautiful town. I wish I could see more of it, but that's all you get is this plaza. FF14's version of Junon Harbor. Very simple, humble little town. Now that you are here, perhaps Sid will finally deign to dispense his findings. Deborah, inform him of Leon's arrival. Like I said, I wonder if we'll get more backstory on her eventually. Thanks for coming. What's up, Sid? So, what have you discovered? To tell the truth, we were lucky to obtain any information at all, considering the lengths to which the Imperials went in covering their tracks. You see, the hangar below was not just used to store the weapons, but played a critical role in their creation. We now know the code names given to three of the weapons: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Obviously, we are all familiar with the first two, but the third is something of an unknown quantity. At the very least, this confirms the existence of another one of those abominations. What are we waiting for? Let's go after it. The problem lies in ascertaining its whereabouts. None of the locals have seen anything resembling a weapon being transported either by land or air. Yeah. Which of course leaves only one option: the sea. According to what fragmented data we were able to recover, the Emerald weapon is equipped with aquatic capabilities much like the Sapphire. Meaning that its escape from Turncliffe would have gone undetected and could potentially be anywhere by now. But if Alphonse plans to have it absorb more primals... The logical choice would be Eorzea. And traveling by sea would allow him to circumvent the front line at Gimlet entirely. The Alliance must be alerted at once. Hold your chocobo, Several. It seems that the Emerald weapon was still incomplete when the 7th Legion withdrew from Turncliffe. Although we were still back in Baja and Dalmasco with the 4th Legion. Far more likely that it was transported to another facility in order to add the finishing touches. If your supposition is correct, that would narrow our search to two possible locations. Castrum Marinum in the Rotano Sea and Castrum Occidens in eastern Lenosha. Both of which are known to harbor remnants of the 14th Legion. Your former subordinates, guys. Be that as it may, our objective is unchanged. Vaudelin, you and Severa will make your way to Castrum Occidens, while Leon and I head for Castrum Marinum. He drops his head because he's like, my former allies. It sucks that it has to come to this, but oh well. It doesn't deter him, but he does feel bad, because he deeply cared for his soldiers and everything. Should we locate the Emerald weapon, we will give the signal to dispatch the G-Warrior and eliminate it before it can be activated. Sorry to disappoint you, but we're still repairing the damage it sustained during the encounter with the Sapphire weapon. While the log and machinery has its uses, it's a bugger to find replacement parts in a pinch. We've actually been working... Leon's like, "Aww, I wanted to pilot it again." I caught that. We've actually been working to expand its already impressive arsenal, but the G-Warrior itself is in no fit state for combat. While I'm aware this is a far from adequate replacement, I can provide an Ironworks submersible to help Leon and Gaius reach Castrum Marinum. I'll have one sent ahead to Vesper Bay. We're riding a submarine? The FF7 references continue. I like it. There were submarines in games before that, but you know what I mean. Because you encounter Emerald weapon underwater, and you have to attack it with a submarine. Well, you know, ram into it with the submarine to start the battle. A submersible, eh? I don't much like the sound of that. Perhaps Severa and I should count ourselves fortunate that our destination can be approached by land. I pray you have a safe journey. Watch yourself out there, Leon. Thank you for the concern. Good looking out, man. It is time we departed. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. Instantly teleported to Vesper Bay for free! In the event that my attempt to bypass the Castrum security fails, this submersible of Sid's had best be able to withstand Imperial weaponry long enough for us to escape. Yeah, otherwise we're all gonna drown. That's the place. And there's the cliff where we fought Ritatan and killed him. He was the one looking after this place. We never actually did get to go inside. As per Master Garland's instructions, the submersible is ready when you are. But before you depart, I've received some scraps of intelligence regarding your opponent from my colleagues in Turncliffe. Apparently, it uses some sort of levitating, hand-like appendages. 6 of them, in fact. Though we're not quite sure what purpose they serve, it sounds like having eyes in the back of your head might come in handy. But that's all we know, I'm afraid. So, basically, don't have tunnel vision. Rotate the camera and look around at all times. Watch the whole battlefield. Well, I'm starting to get used to having to do that. With, like, any trial lately, since they're increasing in difficulty quite a bit. You have our thanks. After all, forewarned is forearmed. If the Emerald weapon has indeed been transported to this castrum, it would need to enter via the dry dock. We shall do likewise. As one might expect, there are measures in place to keep out intruders, but the security systems can be tricked into recognizing us as an Imperial vessel. That said, infiltrating the facility is merely the first step. Should the Emerald weapon be activated, it is only a matter of time before the pilot uses Oversoul. We must silence the War Machina before this happens, and failing that, grant the poor soul at its helm the mercy of a swift death. Had these wounds healed more quickly, I could have gone with you, but I fear I would only slow you down. As such, I shall provide what support I can from afar. Whatever happens, the Emerald Weapon must be defeated at all costs. Alright, guys. Castrum Marinum. I'll do what I can, buddy. Though I would prefer that we avoid engaging my former wards in combat, we cannot allow my sentiments to prevent us from doing what must be done. Yeah, that feels bad, man. I'm sorry we weren't able to provide any further details on the target. We can only guess what other tricks it might have in store for you. Be careful out there. No problem. Thanks for everything. Castrum Marinum. The liberation of Turncliffe has led to the discovery of vital information regarding the weapon project. A war machina codenamed Emerald is believed to have escaped by sea to an Imperial installation, so you and Gaius make your way to Castrum Marinum, one of two likely locations. Retrieved data suggests that your foe is armed with floating manipulators, though how exactly these will be employed in battle remains to be seen. Oh, certainly a small upgrade from the FF7 version of Emerald Weapon. Alright. I don't think I even had any more Vesper Bay tickets. I would have had to go to Horizon. Let me see. Oh, I do. Three left, that's it. Alright. Average wait time 12 minutes. From the past few days' worth of experience, I can tell you it's probably going to take just as long, if not longer. Shit has been slow lately. Like last night, Ruby Weapon, Saturday night. It wasn't even that late yet, and Ruby Weapon took half an hour. So, you know what that means. Waiting music, yes.